Hi guys, what is going on? Jack from Minifigs here, back with another video. And today I'll be talking about the top 10 LEGO Marvel minifigures to invest in. As always guys, if you like what you see, then please don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, as it really helps the channel out. So now we're going to get into the list and see which minifigures I think will be best to invest in. And I've put next to each minifigure the average price mixed between eBay and Bricklink. And it's worth adding that I'm not a monetary expert and I'm not psychic, so please do your own due diligence when it comes to researching for investments. Okay, so starting off at number 10 we have Iron Man Mark 1. This is one of the most loved versions of the Iron Man suit, and it's not hard to see why. Even though it's not as sleek as some of the other Iron Man suits, this one really stands out in everyone's memory. And this particular minifigure featured in the 2019 set, the Iron Man Armory, and is exclusive to that set, so you can't get him anywhere else. But in my opinion, what makes this LEGO minifigure such a good minifigure to invest in is the fact that people love to collect the Iron Man suits, and this is arguably one of the most important suits you can get, so he's going to be a must-have for people that are collecting the Iron Man suits. And in at number 9 we have the Watcher from the What If series. The character the Watcher was arguably the main character of the Disney Plus series What If, and it was very well received with audience and critics alike. So much so that it's getting a season 2 that's debuting early 2023. And when you pair that fact with the fact that he's only featured in one LEGO set so far, which is the Sicarian Iron Man set, which is due to retire at the end of this year, that means more and more LEGO Marvel fans will see this character on their screens again and likely want to get hold of this minifigure, which they won't be able to because the LEGO set he featured in would have already retired. And that's where people will go to the second-hand market such as eBay and Bricklink and start buying him up, which is good news for anyone who's already invested in this minifigure. And in at number 8 we have Storm. On top of being a fantastic minifigure, she's actually very rare, which means that people are always scrambling to get hold of her, and she only ever featured in one LEGO set, which adds to her rarity and the fact that there's no other variants of her out there. But in my opinion, I think that people will very soon start buying up the likes of Storm, Cyclops, Wolverine and any other X-Men minifigures that are out there, because there's going to be an animated X-Men TV show that's going to be on Disney Plus very soon, and due to that fact I think the popularity of the LEGO X-Men characters will skyrocket. But whether the animated X-Men show does affect the popularity of these characters is yet to be seen. But one thing is for sure, this is a phenomenal minifigure that's highly detailed and highly accurate, so it's definitely worth picking up. And next on our list at number 7 we have the Iron Spider. And the reason this minifigure features on this list is for one reason, the fact that it's absolutely phenomenal. This minifigure has absolutely everything going for it. It features amazing colouring, printing on the legs, printing on the arms, and an amazing back attachment which features his 4 extra legs. And in my opinion, I think this will go down as one of the all-time best LEGO Marvel minifigures. And he only ever featured in one Infinity War LEGO set that came out when the movie was released, which means he's quite rare and fairly expensive, but I still think that his price will skyrocket over the years. So whether you're an investor or a collector, this minifigure is a must-have. And in at number 6 we have Spider-Gwen. Now this minifigure isn't as rare as some of the other minifigures on this list, due to there being multiple variations of the Spider-Gwen minifigure. But for me, her not being too rare isn't actually that much of a problem, for the simple fact that she's a variation of the Spider-Man minifigure. And just as people like to collect all the different variations of the Iron Man minifigure, it's a very similar story with that of the Spider-Man minifigures. There are so many different variations and suit colours that people like to collect them, and this is definitely a Spider-Man minifigure that they would want for their collection. And the Spider-Gwen character herself got a real boost in terms of popularity with the release of the Sony animated film Into the Spider-Verse, which featured all different types of versions of the Spider-Man character. And in 2023 they're releasing another Into the Spider-Verse movie, in which Spider-Gwen will again be one of the main characters, so you can only see this Spider-Gwen character and her minifigure gaining more and more popularity as time goes on. Halfway through our list now, and at number 5 we have the Punisher, LEGO absolutely knocked it out of the park when it came to the design for this Punisher minifigure. It's as if the character has been pulled straight from a comic book and put directly into minifigure form. Now this minifigure featured in the much loved Daily Bugle set which was recently released, and although the Punisher is actually due to come back onto our screens on TV, it's highly unlikely we'll ever see another LEGO set featuring the Punisher. And the fact that he featured in such an expensive LEGO set such as the Daily Bugle means that not many people were able to get hold of this minifigure. So, whilst the price is fairly low, I think now would be a very good time to stock up on a few Punisher minifigures, as I could easily see this minifigure doubling or even tripling in the next few years. And in at number 4 we have the Scorpion. Again, this is just another really well designed minifigure, and you've got that totally unique tail piece that's attached to his back. And I just think people will buy this minifigure because of how cool and unique it is. There really aren't many LEGO minifigures like this one. And although this version of the Scorpion minifigure has already featured in more than one LEGO set, his price still continues to get higher by the year. Anyone who's even half serious about collecting LEGO Marvel minifigures will be sure to be picking up the Scorpion to add to their collection. And in at number 3 we have Daredevil, and it's another minifigure that featured in the LEGO Daily Bugle set, and just like the Punisher, LEGO absolutely nailed the look of Daredevil. Daredevil has always been a fan favourite when it comes to comic book characters, and with the release of the Netflix TV show, the character only got more popular, so it was only a matter of time until LEGO finally released the first Daredevil minifigure, and fans were really pleased when they saw just how good this minifigure is. But something that really gets me excited for the potential in this minifigure is the fact that he's actually rumoured to be in the 4th instalment of the Spider-Man franchise. And he'll also be getting his own TV show called Daredevil Born Again, which is named after one of his most famous comic book runs, and if it's adapted properly by Disney, I imagine it'll be an absolute success, leading to the character being even more popular than he already is, and more people scrambling to get hold of this minifigure. And in at number 2 we have the mutant himself, Deadpool. Another perfectly designed minifigure which pays homage to his classic comic book look. Now this minifigure is arguably one of the most expensive on the list, due to the fact that he was released a fair few years ago and he was only ever put into one set. But just like Daredevil, Deadpool is an absolute fan favourite, so people are always trying to get hold of this minifigure, and it's highly unlikely that we'll ever get another Deadpool minifigure. And something that is sure to boost the price of this minifigure is the Deadpool 3 movie, which was announced very recently. Marvel and Disney were even able to persuade Hugh Jackman to come back in order to reprise his role as the Wolverine, which all but guarantees that fans will be flocking to go see that movie. And I know I've spoke about movies and TVs a lot in this video. That's because we've seen very recently that characters such as the Inquisitor from Star Wars and She-Hulk from Marvel have seen the price of their minifigure absolutely shoot through the roof, and that's directly due to the fact that they were in TV shows and movies that were recently released, and then when people go and see the TV shows or movies, they then want to go and buy the LEGO minifigure of that character that they love. And although TV shows like Obi-Wan and She-Hulk weren't very well received by fans or critics, I'm almost sure that that will not be the case for Deadpool 3. So I think around about the time when that movie is released, you're going to see a lot of LEGO Marvel fans trying to pick up this minifigure. And in at number 1 we have the famous Marvel villain, Doctor Doom. Yet again another fantastically designed LEGO Marvel minifigure. You've got the classic Doctor Doom colours of the grey and the green, and you've got that classic hood and cape, which makes him look so menacing. LEGO Marvel fans will always be trying to get hold of this minifigure because of how good it is. And Doctor Doom isn't rumoured to be being released as a minifigure anytime in the near future. Thus, this minifigure will be the only chance a LEGO Marvel fan will have of being able to get their hands on a Doctor Doom minifigure. And to be able to get such a popular minifigure, and one that came from a fairly old set for under $20 or £20, seems fairly reasonable. So it would be a good time to pick up this minifigure now whilst it's fairly cheap before it rises in price. So that's it guys, Dr. Doom tops our list of the top 10 LEGO Marvel minifigures to invest in. But what do you guys think to my list? Do you think there's any that I've missed out? And what minifigures from this list do you think will do the best? Let me know down in the comments. Anyway guys, thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe, as I've got some cool content coming out in the next few days. Take care guys, and see you later.